and welcome to Josh and Leland Productions, an uncovering journey of the Dominican 2011. Here we find ourselves, early March 2011, and we're here to see if there is really such thing as A, the sophomore scramble, and B, the Dominican bug. You have some very innocent, unknowing sophomore year young life leaders who are embarking on a very historical tradition, the Dominican Republic spring break trip. And we're going to see if the sophomore scramble and if the Dominican bug are real things. Come, join us as Josh and Leland wield a camera, curiosity, and just an overwhelming thirst for knowledge as we see what happens to Luke and Lindsay.
Keep going.
We're just eating here at Condit, just enjoying dinner. Enjoying it a little too much, some would say. Just working it.
Keep going.
Oh, hello, America. I'm Josh Underwood. This is Maggie Parsons. We're here in the Dominican Republic at the gazebo just hanging out. And we pulled Maggie aside tonight just to talk about a few things. Seeing as she's a female and we've heard through the grapevine, she's made a few predictions herself on the Dominican relationships. What's going to happen, people? We're here with expert Maggie Parsons. Talk to us.
How did you know I was an expert?
That's just what I hear.
What do you want to know?
Well, Maggie, we're just trying to catch on tape what is evolving here at Pico Escondido, Dominican Republic.
I don't know if I'm at liberty to say.
Well, we've already caught some on tape. You don't feel.
Well, Josh, here's the thing.
Talk to me.
I'll tell you something. First of all, being one of the older people on this trip.
Yes.
I don't really know exactly what's going on with the younger crowd. I'm sort of watching from a distance. I have been seeing some things unfold. Eyes catching each other. Are you trying to decide who you should have the video camera on to see?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We need to know what to look for.
You can give the others, not me.
Here's what I'll say.
Okay.
I'm not going to give any names.
Oh.
What if he leaves?
No. I can tell you that you might want to keep an eye on the Chamber of Secrets crew, the Stairmaster crew.
Okay.
I really have to give a disclaimer that I know nothing about anyone's true feelings about the opposite sex. This is purely from the outside.
For the camera's sake, let me tell you who's on the Chamber of Secrets staircase team. We have Luke Pipkin, Andy Miller, Ethan Ashley, Kelly Bowman, Sadie Lambert, Jen McLean, Emily Eisel.
How do you know that?
Laura Quilly.
Laura Quilly. Bam.
I'll change it to 2.
Okay.
2. Two on that team.
Oh! Wait, hold on. Like, within the group.
But that doesn't confine my predictions. I have others outside.
Oh, we have some ourselves.
Could I?
We're not in a box.
Would you wanna?
I go names for names. Names for names. That's how I operate.
You give us a name. You give us a name, we'll give you a name.
How about if I just tell you if any of yours match mine? I'll give a yay or nay.
Well, what are we getting in return?
The yay or nay. Oh, you want extra info afterwards?
Here, let's get a reaction on this name right here. I'm getting extra info afterwards. We agree to it. Luke Pipkin Lindsay Brown.
I'd probably give that a yay.
You heard it here first. Because
For the liquors.
For the liquors. I'm out.
What strikes me the most about Margaret Parsons' just overall analysis of the situation, she doesn't like to let on her secrets, first of all, but she makes no secret about the fact that Luke and Lindsay is definitely a probability. You can see it in her eyes, you can see it in her body language, and her hand motions. Obviously, she knows something's going on.
Give us your input.
Okay, here's the deal. Yesterday on the plane I sat next to Luke Pipkin. I developed a little crush on him. So this morning I told the sophomore girls, hey, one of y'all needs to snag him. He was really funny and great and cute. And they were like, somebody's thinking about it. And then they pointed to Lindsay. And Lindsay looked at me and I said, Lindsay, yes. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. She was in major denial. I've been doing some research. I've heard that she asked him to her form one, he's asking her to his, double function assumption. They text very frequently, and I just saw them talking and she was looking very lovingly into his eyes. So stay tuned and we'll see how this progresses.
There's no. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we're rolling.
Yep.
So here's the deal. Done it before. It's my round 2 of crushes at Young Life events.
Wait, you need to film it off right now.
Linley just told us what has happened. She has heard from inside the girls' cabin and spoken to her personally about the development of Luke Pipkin and Lindsay Brown. We're going to videotape all week. We're going to get good footage. And we're going to show you how it progresses and how the DR crush will happen this year with those two. Are you pumped? Because I am. Thank you.
Here we go.
Here we go. So we're rolling. I'm Josh Underwood. This right here is Jessica Condit.
Hello.
Queen LaJaycon, as I like to call her.
You know.
So just tell the camera where we're at right now.
We're in a gazebo at Pico Escondido in Jarabacoa, the Dominican Republic.
That's right. I just like to call it the old Zebo. And that's where we're at. The old Zebo. And so,
How many times are you going to say so?
Get out my face. As the tradition goes, what happens at the DR comes home to the DR. That makes sense. What happens at the DR comes home from the DR. That's right, J-Con. We're in the business of catching things as they happen.
Awesome.
And so by now you may know what I'm referring to.
No.
That's the old DR bug. The old love bug, as some would say. Keep it. So we're in the business of catching things
I got it.
as they happen. And so all week we've been asking around, questioning people, getting the inside scoop, filming stuff as it happens. We just want to know, what do you know?
I know nothing.
No, let's start cracking her, people. So, if I had to put my finger on the pulse of the young life relationship vein, I would say there's 2 main throbs coming in this week. And coming in strong. I guess I have one last question before we go. What do you think it is about the DR that causes this to happen?
I think it's the hype, first of all. I think there's the knowledge and knowing that that has happened a lot. A lot of I love yous for the first time have happened here, you know? a lot of sitting by somebody at the plane, and there's a lot of hype in the stories. So everybody thinks, like AJ Gower would say, is that all you have to do is give it a week, and it's gonna happen. You know?
Well,
Have you given it a week, Josh?
you've heard it here first. With Queen LeJaycon herself. Thank you.
You know, if you edit out a lot of Jaycon's giggling, you can actually tell that she has some coherent thoughts in there. And Jaycon's coherent thoughts, I believe, are in line with what Josh and Leland have been seeing throughout this film, is that there's some traces, there's some rumblings going on between Luke and Lindsay. And I don't know if they meant for anyone to notice, but Jaycon's giddiness is undeniable. And this giddiness is only something that comes out in Jaycon when something's there. She's like a metal detector of sorts. She's more of a crush detector. And when that crush is sensed, she just lets it go.
Good, good. Pipkin!
Hey!
Hey, camera!
If I learn anything in broadcast news, don't be afraid to put a camera in someone's face. Really close.
It's rolling.
So sad.
I was just washing dishes with Lindsay and Luke. How did you notice anything different?
Go up his nose. Go up
Talking
his
to
nose.
me, they were only talking to each other. Oh. Got it. I wonder how Luke's feeling over there.
Where is Luke?
He's with all the girls at that table, and Lizzie's telling him his future life story. But he's got the Dominican in his mouth.
She wrote it to me, it was 3 pages front to back.
I think he looks a little loopy, to be honest. Go.
So I'm here with Bart Scarborough, Metro Director of Athens Young Life. And I just want to just fill you in a little on the project that's going on here. As you know, DR, for some reason, it connects two souls quite well.
Yes.
And so, Leland and I have teamed together to try to capture this. To capture these two souls connecting. And I just want to hear your first thoughts. Just about tradition.
So what you're trying to do is, are you trying to spot it on camera?
Yes.
And then maybe chronicle it post DR? Is that kind of the idea? Or are you just trying to be the first one to see it?
Get it on tape and then watch and see if it's lasting or not. See if it's a type of relationships.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. There is something magical about Pico Escondido in this country. It's a little bit like Narnia, except instead of a big lion, there's a large heart like Cupid. And magic happens here.
Yes.
So, you know, there are lots of cases, of course. John and Mia, Mattiolis,
The Mattiolis.
and then there's, of course, Ringo and the other Mattioli. And,
Yeah.
I mean, there are lots of examples of this happening over time. This week, though, I have noticed a few stirrings, if you will.
Oh, have you?
I've just noticed them from afar. I'm not here to mention any names.
That's interesting. That's okay.
But I have noticed that maybe there could be something brewing.
One last question before we go, Bart.
Yes, Josh and Leland.
Can you explain to us just how this even could happen? Why this place?
Well, I think there's something about working with your hands, sweating, building something for the kingdom, being together, bathing in a river, brings this out in people. I don't know, I can't explain it more than that, but I know that the experience is life-changing, and people share it together. They stay together. You know what I mean?
I like Bart's recap of the situation, but I don't know if it's entirely credible. Because Bart still operates by what we call the 1960s and 70s version of courtship, which isn't really transferable to this day and age. So while Bart may be onto something, he's going about it in a very different school of thought. So Luke and Lindsay, while he sees there's something there, I think he has no idea what's going on in real life.
Did you ever show them the video when you did Ghosts? What was that? You and Grant and all those guys?
Huh?
Did...
What is that from?
What's it from, Lonnie?
Signs.
Signs? It's the alien walk.
Huh?
It's the alien walk from Signs.
They walk like that?
Yeah.
This is happening right
Somewhere outside of wherever. Once again.
I'm trying to act like I'm watching this video. Oh. Oh.
I did that across the field.
Oh.
Yeah, I
And we're back.
was in the gym, and all of a sudden I see Tyler like plowing.
This has been going on for at least an hour. At least. This has been going on for at least an hour. Maybe 3.
We're shown this very obvious clip. It's shot with night vision by a very discreet Josh and Leland, so props go to the cameraman and the organizer of this documentary. But I think what really needs to be taken away from this shot is that it can't be scripted better than this. It looks like every Valentine's Day movie that's come out since 2005. You got Lindsay swishing her hair. You got Luke doing the jovial belly chuckle, the It's very obvious that they're playing right into each other's hopes and dreams.
Okay, so we got out of the club at 8:45. It's now 11:50, and they are still by the campfire. This is too good to be true. I don't know what to say. It's too good. Leland just said, I hope they get married. So we have this. What? This may not make it on the film, but it's still funny.
I know what you're
Embarrassing. I don't know.
Where are we?
DR, Espionce. I just have one final observation. Last night was really great. We got to do the debriefing session where we learn about what everybody's taken away from the trip, and I just thought it was really sweet that Luke and Lindsay sat next to each other during that session, since it seems like what they're taking away from this trip is each other. So.
Josh and Leland have a very reputable history of digging up these secrets that nobody necessarily wants dug up. But I think you'll find that Josh and Leland have a great eye for not only what's happening, but what's to come. And I hope that you've seen through this journey of the Dominican Republic, 2011 is the year that this is happening during. I think you'll find something is uncovered. And that's the Dominican bug strikes again. Now I can't speak for the years ahead, but I can speak for the weekend ahead. And I can tell you that that bug bit, and it bit deep. And it infected both Luke and Lindsay in a way that they probably never expected. But I'll tell you this, Josh and Leland did expect it. Now I hope that through this journey of seeing this unfold, you had some laughs, you had some cries, some moment of tension, maybe. Maybe you rolled your eyes at Bart's outdated courtship ideas. But I hope that through all of this, you might come to believe in the Dominican bug and believe that it's real and that it's out there. And you too can get bit if you're open to it.